Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh! No. Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores!
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video editing, and social media support to help grow your brand. Join the fastest growing sports streaming company in North America, HN Live Plus. Call today and showcase your content. Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh! No. Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores.
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video editing, and social media support to help grow your brand. Join the fastest growing sports streaming company in North America, HN Live Plus. Call today and showcase your content.
Beats it in front, shot, score!
He scores!
Good morning and welcome inside the Max Bell Center for day 3 of 4 at the 2025 Western Canada Showdown. This morning's matchup features a Gold Division matchup between the Northeast Wolfpack and Upper York. The tale of these two teams is take a look at the Northeast, that's Upper York. We're taking a look at CRAA Gold. They lost 2-1 to start off the tournament, and then lost to the Central Zone Rockets 4-1. So offense has been hard to come by for this Upper York team. As for the Northeast Wolfpack, well, they started out their tournament with a 7-2 loss to the South Zone Knights, but turned it right around and picked up a win against the Spokane Junior Chiefs 7-4. So what will today's game have in store for us here, as both teams go to the crease for their final huddle before we kick things off here at the Perry Cavanaugh Arena? If you're just joining us and haven't seen any of the action before you on this rink, just before this one, we saw a brilliant game, 7-6. The Capitals beat up on the CNHA Black squad, and the Capitals are the first team to punch their ticket to the semifinals. A topic of conversation all weekend long is the standings format and the points format. And as it stands right now in this Gold Division, both Northeast and Upper York are at the bottom of the Gold Division. But there's so much in play here. CRAA Gold has 7 points. The South Zone Knights, Martinsville Marauders, and Northeast Wolfpack all with 6 points, and then Upper York with 3. So for Upper York, if my math is correct, they will not have a shot at the semifinals. If they win this game by 2, they will momentarily be in the lead in the Gold Division, but this is the first 2 teams out of the Gold Division to play here on this Saturday. As for the Wolfpack, with a big win here this morning, they could find themselves in a semifinal game this evening. They'll need a big effort, however. There's still a lot to be determined when it comes to the standings. Math coming into play, something that was not my forte. The puck at center ice. The Northeast Wolfpack in those slick white jerseys with the green and black trim. Upper York in the Winnipeg Jets-esque home jerseys. And Upper York, one of the more penalized teams in the tournament. They have 56 penalty minutes through 2 games. So a physical team, not afraid to impose their will, as Forget steals the puck. Dylan Forget fans on the shot, and it's turned back the other way, and here come the Wolfpack. Coleman gets it ahead. Pass in front, a shot from the slot just wide. At the point now, Paulin keeps it down low. Hops over the stick of Coleman. And down the ice. Back to retrieve, Sawyer Paulin. As Northeast begins their breakout here. Into the middle, Hale Dennis. He takes a shot. That misses wide. Coleman grabs that, sends it in. He'll go off for a change. Coleman, one of 2 Colemans on this Northeast team, 2 brothers on the same line, and 2 of the stronger players on this Northeast team. Taylor Coleman leads the Wolfpack in scoring in the tournament. He's got 4 goals through the first 2 games. His brother with 3 points in the first 2 games. So look for them to be involved offensively. Pass in the middle, it's Bliley. Had it briefly before it's taken away. Some neutral zone action here in the first. Puck gets to the line, not out. Owen Stone, he's got it. Pass into the middle, hops over the stick of Conception. And there's a hit in the corner, draws a whistle. And just like that, we'll have our first penalty of the game early. Bo Hayworth going to the box for the Wolfpack. They'll sit for 2 or less as Wolfpack makes some personnel changes. They had 1 extra man out on the ice. There's less than 3 minutes in the game. We'll have a power play to start things out. Getting it to the line and out. All the way down the ice. Billy McMillan, the starting goalie for Upper York. He'll play it behind. We'll get the tail of the tape in net when we get a stoppage of play here. Working it up the ice, Nathan Young. Caron now on it. His pass just out of the reach of Carson Orchard. Behind that net now is Conception. He leaves the puck. Paramo. Weber at the point. He'll walk the line. Get it back for Conception. Down low. Working around. Caron steps in the slot. Back for Weber. Gets it over to Orchard. He takes a sharp angle shot. Doesn't quite make it. And that stings. That's Chase Skopliak. No worse for wear though. He'll head to the bench and chirping has already started between the 2 benches, so expect a physical affair. As giving chase on the penalty kill with speed, Nathan Young. Apologies, that was Ryder Bliley. As I get my rosters set. Still early. Gwynn for Forget. Behind the net now. Working it around is the captain, Tyler Gwynn. He's got it. Gwynn works in. Sharp angle shot, blocker to side. That's John Gall in net for Northeast. Battle on the end boards now. Works its way out. Power play still goes to work. Melamed gets it down low. Behind the net now. 15 seconds remain on the power play. Time for one last opportunity. Gwynn takes a sharp angle shot. Rebound was there. Pushed aside, but we're getting a stoppage of play as the net comes off its moorings. So we saw that happen in the morning game. The exact same post came off. Not a lot, but enough to stop the momentum and get a whistle. As Upper York making the trek to Calgary all the way from Ontario for this tournament. They'd like to make it worth their while and get some offense on the board. They've had just 2 goals in the tournament so far. That means only, that puck goes up and out of play. Only 3 players on Upper York have registered a point so far in the tournament. That being Ryder Melamed has an assist. Joshua Caron and Tyler Gwynn, the only goal scorers for York. Face-off won by the Wolfpack, but it's quickly pounced on and taken away. Upper York in the corner, works it around to the far side. Continuing to battle along the end boards. Wolfpack try to break out the other way now. Dennis on it. He gets across for Coleman. Taylor Coleman sends it all the way in. His brother Nixon giving chase. Coleman on it. Finds his man in the slot. Just off his stick, and a shot from the point goes wide. That was Melenchenko. Oh, and that one stung Dennis, the captain of the Wolfpack, took that puck in the hand as he continues to shake his glove and heads to the bench for a change. Long pass, and that's going to go all the way down, and we'll get an icing call. Face up, face off. Rather, coming back into the Wolfpack zone. John Gall getting a start for the Wolfpack in regular season play. He's sitting at 3-3 with an .894 save percentage. The Wolfpack had a tough season so far, just 5-6 on the season. They're 7th in the standings in their league. Puck makes it down the ice. Not enough for icing. Around the corner now. Getting it up. A continued battle for the puck here finds its way to the point. That's sent back in by Brody Bear. Oh, and a turnover. Wolfpack looking for his man in the slot. Cutting to the net was Colt Herbeniuk. Puck heads all the way down. Ramo couldn't get to that puck and will have an icing. And a bit of pushing and shoving as Caron getting into it with Herbeniuk right in front of the benches. Less than 7 minutes into this one, temper's already picking up. Bliley to take the draw for the Wolfpack. Up against the captain, Gwynn for Upper York. Forget around the boards. Tries to go up the boards and out, but it hits a skate. It's kept in for the moment. Wolfpack keep it in and get it deep. Worked around the boards as Connor Lewis gets it to the line, not out. Paulin sends it in off a skate. Kept in once again. Giving chase is Hayworth. Forget to the line, not out once again. Wolfpack doing a great job of just keeping in. Billy McMillan opts to just hold on to that one and to get a face-off as personnel changes for Upper York. A new face-off group. Keep saying that. New forward group for the Wolfpack. Stepping over the ice is the Dennis line. He's got the Coleman brothers on either side of him. And Coleman's got it. Takes a shot. Rebounds there for Nixon. For the moment, McMillan will smother that one up. Billy McMillan in the tournament thus far. He's played the one game, just allowed 2 goals against on 19 shots for an .895 save percentage. Worked around to the far side. Once again, the Wolfpack keeping it in briefly. And finally, the puck does make its way out of the zone. With it now, the defenseman, Schmidt, sends that in. And a fall in the corner was Young, and a shot just high over the glove of McMillan. Young tries to get up the boards and out, doesn't quite get there, and a shot on net, and that's saved. Getting run out into the boards, and once again, a bit of pushing and shoving as Nathan Aves finished his check. Assistant captain for Upper York. As the players get separated. Face-off will be to the right of McMillan. Melnichenko will send that all the way into the corner and keep it in at the line once again. Melnichenko opts for the other corner this time. A couple big hits in the corner. It's worked around, stepping in the middle. Markwart is taken away. Caron on it. Stops up. Loses the puck. It's taken away and sent all the way down. That will go just wide of the goaltender and get a stoppage of play for an icing. Don't miss any of the action all weekend long on HN Live. The 2025 Western Canada Showdown may have a new champion this year. 3 times a row, the Stamps have pulled it out, but an opening game loss for them has made this field a little bit more wide open. Conception with the tip just wide of the net. Battle now for it. Blake Partika can't get it out, and it's Weber now looking for traffic in front. Takes the shot off the leg. In the corner now, who's going to come away with this one? York keeps in. Conception at the line. Puts it down the half wall. Weber was waiting for it. Ramo on it. Number 91, Patrick Ramo gets it up to Conception, wearing Willie Nylander's 88. A shot through, doesn't quite find the net. And the Conception almost at the pass, impossible break here, but getting to that first is Orchard. Ramo passes it up. Quick change from the defense of the Wolfpack thwarts any danger there. Both teams make changes. Caron working in. Caron cutting to the net, passes over and scores! Tyler Gwynn, the captain of Upper York, has given his team a 1-0 lead. Off a beautiful pass by Joshua Caron. And the opening tally in this one goes to the captain. As things settle in here now, another pass. They're looking for another. Puck was loose in the slot for the moment. Melamed works it across to his D partner. Forget backhands that in. Gwynn, the goal scorer, will give chase. Forget can't get that deep, and Kirkland brings it the other way. Coleman now at the line, takes a hit to make the play, passes it off, and the blocker save off the stick of Dennis. Melamed. Cross for his winger, a touch pass for Gwynn. Cross ice. Gwynn gains center, and he'll just flip that in and go off for a change. Worked around again, and with speed. Marquardt works his way down the left side. Backhand in the middle, but the strong defender stopped that chance. And McMillan will cover that, and we'll get a whistle. For the Northeast Wolfpack, I mentioned they had that 7-4 win and a 7-2 loss. They've had 10 players who have registered a point in this tournament. In league play, they are led by that first line, the Dennis and the Colemans. Dennis and the Colemans, new sitcom coming this fall on Fox. Upper York continues to hound, taking a big hit along the wall as body's continuing. And out comes Upper York to center. Working his way through, passing it across to Martin. Martin looking to give it right back to Nathan Young, pinching in. And turning, and the shot from Conception right into the pads of Gall. He'll hold on for that one. John Gall settling back in nicely after that opening goal, which there wasn't much he could do on that. That cross-crease pass from Caron to Gwynn. All Gwynn had to do was have his stick on the ice. Apologies, didn't have the goal up on your TV screens there. Let's get that up for you. As a shot, and Caron didn't miss by much. Weber sends it all the way back around. Conception jumps on it. Back to the point. Orchard can't keep it in. They'll retreat. Orchard gets that to center ice, but no further. Continue a bit of neutral zone play here. Puck finally finds its way down into the Upper York zone. Around back of the net now is Weber. He'll slap it around. It gets to the line, not out. Conception on it. He just flips it to center. Caron's there, and he works 1-on-2. Caron into the zone. A one-touch pass in the middle for Conception. He's on it. Conception. Back down low, and that's just sent to the line, not out. Coleman fires that back in. Heads right to the front of the net, a bit of a bounce. The boards are quite lively here at the Perry Kavanaugh Arena. And here's Caron. Caron works in. Tries to make a nice move. Squirts away from him. Down in the corner now. Battling, working out to the middle, but losing possession. Wolfpack out. And a battle for it. Looking for it. That's Hale Dennis. Gets to the line. Kirkland keeps it in for the moment. Forget now on it. Up to center ice once again. Upper York will have to wait till they can attack this puck as they had the delayed offside. Zach Kirkland looking for the outlet pass. It's turned over. Here's Forget. He's going to dump that in. Back to get it is Gall. He plays it. Leaves it for his defenseman. Chase Skopliak. Skopliak, the leading defensive scorer for this Northeast team, gets a shot on net off the blocker. And away comes Young. Sends that in. Puck behind the net. Gets to the line, not quite out. Work. Shot from the point through traffic, looking for a stick. Couldn't quite get there. To the line, not out. Once again, finally does come out, and almost a big hit at center ice by the goal scorer, Gwynn. Here's Bliley. Bliley gets it in deep. Sean Mazurek on it now. Makes a nice move, but the puck didn't come with him. Forget. Soft pass up into the middle. Looking for Owen Stone. Under 5 to play here in the first period. Just one tally on the board, courtesy of Tyler Gwynn. And we'll have a penalty. Take it down in the corner. The arm goes up, and we'll get a whistle here. And for the first time in this one, Northeast will head to the power play. As straight to the box goes Dylan Forget. We'll take the hooking call. .4:30 to play in the first period. The Wolfpack go to the power play, looking to tie this one up. One cleanly. At the point now. Here's Coleman. And a pass in the middle taken away, kept in at the line by Skopliak. Cross ice pass, intercepted by Patrick Ramo. Send that to an open side, Conception on it. He'll just send that in and kill some more time on this penalty kill. And we get a whistle. It's behind the play. We get a penalty. Colt Herbeniak going to sit for 2. So we'll have some 4-on-4 action. Just over a minute 30 of 4-on-4. The ice will open up here. It'll be Conception and Ramo, the forwards for York. Coleman and Dennis for Northeast. Taylor Coleman up for Dennis. Dennis can't make a move around the defender. Conception. He'll send it across for Ryder Melamed. Melamed works in. Melamed leaves the puck for Ramo. Ramo avoids the check. Works in. Ramo takes the shot. And that's saved with no rebound from John Gall. Patrick Ramo with a good look. Caron and Gwynn now the forwards. They connected on the first goal, the only goal of this hockey game. And Nixon Coleman touches the puck and gets it for Marquardt. Jonas Marquardt for Coleman. Coleman with a nice move. Cuts to the net. Fans on the shot. Puck's there. It's taken away by Gwynn. Gwynn, a long stretch pass. Gets it up to Caron. Caron to the slot. Loses the puck. Gets it right back though. Caron. Or for Gwynn with a one-timer. Scores! Tyler Gwynn picks up his second of the period. It's 2-0 Upper York. And what a pass from Caron as he set up both tallies. And how's that for leading by example for the captain? Getting the 2 markers in this first period. Skating away with it now is Young. He'll drop it back. Nathan Aves sends that to the front of the net and scores! What a tip in front! Upper York has a 3-0 lead. Zachary Simard. Gets the stick out and finds Twine. Wow, Upper York. What a start to this game for them. As behind the play, Weber's the defenseman for Upper York skating to the bench in a heap of pain. Exciting board battle down in the corner, worked out. Forget gets it ahead. They coming back in, cutting to the net once again, but turned aside. As York continuing to apply pressure. Penalty boxes are now empty. So we're back to some 5-on-5 action. Melamed cuts in. Melamed cuts to the net, and he runs over the net. That's one way to score a goal. He's getting tripped a little bit as well. Ryder Melamed. As the refs put this net on its moorings once again. That net's seen some action. Now battle at the blue line. It's worked to the other side now. Wolfpack looking to answer back with 1.5 minutes remaining in the first period, trying to cut into this 3-goal deficit. Martin ahead. Takes a shot. He misses wide. Lewis on it. He'll send that around. Met by a Wolfpack player who just chips it out with speed. Working in, taking a sharp angle shot, blocker to side. That was Bliley, had the good look. He's got the puck now. Bliley cuts in the middle, walks in the slot, takes a shot. Blocker to side once again. Conception will leave that behind the net for Carson Orchard. Conception, he's been all over the ice in this first period. There's Paulin now on it. Under 1 minute to play in the first, and Mazurek. And that's too many men called by the back linesman. And first called out by the Upper York bench. Explaining his decision, but these arguments usually never turn out in the team's favor. I have yet in my years of playing and calling seen a ref say, hey, you know what? Nah, they're right. There is a discussion, however, at center ice. You know what? They are going to. The penalty box door is still open. Are they taking anyone? Yes, they are. Hayworth is going to go across and serve this too many men penalty. So with 47 seconds remaining in the first period, the Wolfpack have another penalty to kill here. Stone gets across to Gwynn, looking for the first period hat trick. He's going to step into the slot, take a shot, that's blocked. Aves keeps that in. Momentarily, Aves on it. Gets it down low to the half wall. Stone takes a shot through traffic. It finds the stick of Gwynn on the far side wall. Gwynn, and a one-timer, and that misses, and once again the net comes off its moorings. That left post doesn't like where it's sitting. For the Admirals, they're firmly in control of this one with a chance to take a commanding 4-0 lead. Just a few seconds left here in the first. Can they get a late one? Stone works it across. Young over across to Aves. What a save! John Gall with a huge save to keep this one to within 3. And that'll do it for the first period. Upper York on the back of 2 goals from their captain, Tyler Gwynn, have opened up a 3-0 lead. We'll be back in about 15 minutes time for second period action. I'm Max Latimer. You're watching the 2025 Western Canada Showdown on HN Live.
Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh!
No.
Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores.
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video editing, and social media support to help grow your brand. Join the fastest growing sports streaming company in North America, HN Live Plus. Call today and showcase your content.
Welcome back inside the Max Bell Center for second period action of this 2025 Western Canada Showdown game between Upper York and the Northeast Wolfpack. Upper York with a big first period, opening up a 3-0 lead on the backs of 2 goals by Tyler Gwynn. And Joshua Caron assisting on both of those goals, including in a highlight reel effort, the one-timer by Gwynn. The Wolfpack will be on the penalty kill for the first 50 seconds here of the second period. It's Young on it. Young walks down the half wall. He'll spin back. The assistant captain gets it back to Conception. Conception, cross crease pass, doesn't quite find his man. And the Wolfpack get it to the line, not out. It's Caron. Keeps the possession with Upper York. Caron leaves it for Young. Young thinks about going back to Caron, finds his man in the middle. Conception couldn't get a stick on it, or else he had a wide open cage. But there's going to be a penalty in front of the net. Putting his hands up was Zachary Simard, but he will go for a cross check, and he's also got a 10-minute misconduct. 2 and a 10 for Simard. As is now he getting another one. Oh, and that's it. He picks up 3 of them. Simard's gone. How many misconducts can you hand out before you're done? And still Simard looking for answers, not going to get any. As Zachary Simard's morning is over. Caron looking for answers from the officials at center, but arguing with the officials after they've made their call is usually never the best strategy. Once their mind's made up, they go through with that. There was a bit of a cross check in front of the net. I'd say enough to warrant a 2. And then 3 straight misconducts. And that will add to the penalty minute totals for Upper York. As if I'm seeing that correctly with the 3 misconducts, that's 32 minutes of penalties for Simard. As of right now, just 2 York players on the ice as the refs confer with the coaches. He's looking for some answers. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 14 seconds. And then the Wolfpack will go to the man advantage for 2. Apologies, it's 4 minutes. So the Wolfpack now have 3 minutes, 48 seconds of power play time. They're swatting at the puck. A Fuse hacks at it, and then a big push in front of the net. That draws a crowd, and everyone getting up, throwing fists. The refs, are they going to take someone out of this pile? He is, but who's it going to be? It's a rough. Douglas Pullen will be the only one. Oh no, they're taking 2. Offsetting roughing calls. As Nixon Coleman is getting the other one as they continue to yell at each other from box to box, as things getting heated here in the Perry Cavanaugh Arena, right off the side of Deerfoot Trail in Calgary, Alberta. We continue on that offsetting penalty. 3:45 of power play time for the Wolfpack. Great opportunity for them to get back in this game. The Wolfpack can still find themselves in a semifinal game tonight. They would probably have to win this one by 2. There's a lot of math to look at especially since the rest of the division has yet to play a game today. So keep an eye on the scoreboard all day long after this one to see what will happen. And a possible break. Ramos shorthanded. He's away. Cuts in. Ramos stops up. Looking for his man cutting to the net. Conception couldn't quite get there. Urbaniak. He turns it now. And a long stretch pass hits the stick of Markwart and down the ice, and that'll be an icing call. Face-off coming back into the Wolfpack zone. So it's Bliley, Hayworth, Mazurek. For the Wolfpack. So they take the face-off in their own zone, look to get their power play going here. Forget on the penalty kill, he hounds. He gets the puck away from his man, is taken away and back down the ice. Out to play it is Gall. Gwynn takes a big fall at center ice, and he's limping, hunched over in pain as he goes to the bench holding his neck. Across and in is Bliley. Around and once again, puck finds its way down the ice, just about halfway through this 4-minute power play. Mazurek gets it across into the middle now. On it is Partika. Number 21, Partika, works behind the net, gets rubbed out along the boards. Finds his way to Martin, gets to the line, and out. And there's some more play going on behind the net. I think the net came off once again, or what's the call here? Yeah, that would be that net just coming off, as we've seen that a number of times in this game. That left post. Still minute 50 remaining on the power play for the Wolfpack, but it's Ramo getting to the puck first, and he'll just play it back as they kill more time on this penalty kill. A bit of a give and go for the Admirals, and they send it down. Behind the net now, regrouping and setting up for the power play breakout. Coleman on it, leading scorer for the Wolfpack, brings it in, sends it in front. They'll get it right back. Coleman down low for Dennis. Dennis, he steps in the middle, cuts in, looking for a shooting lane, can't find it, drops it back for Skopiak. In the corner once again, Skopiak at the point, shoots through traffic. That was tipped just under the blocker and goes wide. Now on it, gets it across to Coleman. Back for Skopiak. Skopiak works in, takes a wrist shot, fans on it, keeps it in. Coleman shoots. And that's covered up by McMillan. So the Admirals, hey, good job on the penalty kill. Some sustained pressure for the Wolfpack, but nothing getting past Billy McMillan. On the end boards now, who's going to come away with the puck here? And there's going to be a penalty. Hands up, and it's a cross check. Who's going to the box here? Looks like Sam Weber's going off for 2 minutes for cross-checking. So just as it was looking like they would get out of this penalty situation, the 4 minutes, add another 2 to the clock. 6 straight minutes of the man advantage for the Wolfpack. Shirley They would like to get one out of the 6 minutes and at least cut this deficit a bit. Down is Coleman. He gets it, he takes a shot, and that's wired high. Skopliak. Ewason gets it back to Coleman. Great defense. Stopping any chance here for the Wolfpack. Puck gets to the line and out. This 5-on-3. Conception is the forward. He's got Orchard and Melamed to help him out. Back to a 5-on-4, stepping out of the box is Caron. Behind the net now, Coleman. Gets it across, he gets it right back. Coleman looking for a pass lane, finds Dennis cutting into the middle, he misses wide. Nixon Coleman on it, battling for the puck there. He's got Hrabiniak. Battling, Dennis comes in. Working it, sharp angle shot. Coleman is trying to pick a corner. And that puck sent into the penalty box and out of play. 46 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Face off. Puck's loose, squirts right to McMillan. We'll try that again. Semi-final spots, only one of the four have been claimed so far, that being the Regina Capitals winning this morning, getting 14 out of a possible 15 points in the seeding round. Northeast Wolfpack with a chance to get into one of those semi-final games for Upper York, unless my math has fooled me, will not be getting there, but still have a chance to play some meaningful hockey. Well, will they finish in their pool? Last chance on the power play here. As it winds down, shot on net, easily patted aside. Behind the net now, Jonas Markwart. Too much with that as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey for what seems like the first time this period. Stone working in, taking a shot, and he scores! Owen Stone from a sharp angle gives the Admirals another. It's 4-0. Owen Stone getting involved in the score sheet here. That's his first point of the tournament. And a shot into the glove. So for Northeast, they've got their work cut out for them. Down by 4 here. Gets announced here in the arena. An unassisted goal for Stone. And it's up ahead. A possible 2-on-1 break here. Pullen just stays on side. Young with it now. Young cuts in behind the net. Stops up. Sends it in front, and Pullen is looking for the backdoor one-timer. Holland now can't get it across. Holland takes a shot. Doesn't make its way through. At the line now, Aves works in. The defenseman takes a shot. That goes high. There's some more momentum here for Upper York as they're buzzing here. Almost halfway through this second period as that gets sent all the way down for icing. Face-off coming back to the Wolfpack zone. The icing rules that are in the NHL are not applied in this tournament, meaning on an icing you can change if you are the team that iced the puck. The Wolfpack gets some new personnel out there on the face-off, and they're going to be away here. Getting it to center ice and in is Sean Mazurek. And back the other way, a 2-on-1 break. Caron works in, Caron cuts to the middle and makes another move, takes a shot and misses wide, shakes his head as he would have had a highlight reel goal. He's got it again, Caron takes another shot, misses again, throws his hands up. Caron's had 2 chances on this shift. And looking for it right back, working in tight. Orchard taking a shot, hits Caron, rebound, Caron misses again. And then his 4th shot. And it's gloved, and Caron looks skyward, shakes his head. 4 opportunities for Joshua Caron, who can't find the back of the twine. He's got a couple of assists in the game already. Gwynn to take the draw for York. On the far side now, it's kept in by Lewis at the line. He's got it now, puts it towards the net. The rebound was there briefly, and finally covered up as Forget was on the doorstep. John Gall hasn't played necessarily bad, but 4 have gotten past him. It's where we currently stand with about half of this game remaining. Face off, 1 quick shot, and Gall had to be sharp. Petirka gets it up. Sent ahead, and possible another break. Forget into the middle, looks for Gwynn, and Gwynn has the hat trick! Tyler Gwynn takes the feed, gets it past Gall, and it's 5-0 Admirals. We'll get a goaltending change. John Gall coming out of the net. Kane Huston in relief. Kane Huston actually has an assist in this tournament, picking one up in their last game. And another shot. And how about trial by fire? Huston right into it, had to make a big save to keep this thing somewhat within reach. So a 5-0 lead for Upper York. As Upper York, I mentioned, just 2 goals in 2 games coming into this one, and their offense exploding in their 3rd and final game of the seeding round. And ahead, a 3-on-1 the other way. Coleman looking to get one back. He'll shoot. Rebounds there. Another save. Puck's loose. Jumping on it is McMillan as we get another whistle for a penalty. What an opportunity for the Wolfpack to get on the board, but Billy McMillan with a couple of big saves. And looks like we'll have offsetting penalties once again as Dennis wants to get at Connor Lewis. Oh, wow. Are we at 4-on-4? No. We got Forget stepping on the ice. And Markwart joins it. So we'll stay at 5-on-5 with half of this game remaining. Bear at it. He loses it at the line. And shoved to the ice, and it's Stone, the latest goal scorer. Works in, takes a shot, and Huston with another save. Tempers continue to flare here at the Perry Cavanaugh Arena. You can bet for the Wolfpack. Frustration beginning to set in as this game starting to get away from them. Bear takes it, and he'll just send that around. It's kept in by Aves, a nice move at the line. Take a shot and scores! Nathan Aves steps in, fires it home. It's 6-0 Admirals. And wow, the Admirals leaving their mark on the Western Canada Showdown in Game 3 of their tournament. So that's going to be played by a hand pass, and we'll get a stoppage of play. On the other ice surface right now, it's the Winnipeg Bruins. They've got the lead over the NEBC Trackers, 2-1. This is the fourth game of the morning. Weber, he'll send that in. Behind the net now, Pullen to go retrieve the puck for York. It's around the net as the Wolfpack looking to stop the bleeding here, get some offense of their own. 6 is a lot to ask for, but we talk about the seeding system when it comes to standings and how no matter the finish, each team does come away with points. Right now, Upper York would pick up 5 points. And a sharp angle shot, and that misses high and wide. That goes off the netting, or else Upper York may have had another break. As I mentioned, Upper York, as it stands right now, would pick up 5 points. And for the moment, that would put them in first place in the gold division. And if they can keep piling up some goals here, well, hey, maybe you never know. Maybe there is a chance for Upper York to get to that semifinal game. That math is too complicated to me. They'd be at 8 points, one above CRAA gold. And the goal differential, it's just... me explaining it to you would probably confuse you more at home. Caron turns. He's had quite the game, has Joshua Caron. And it's back the other way. Giving chase and battling for position. Can't quite get there was Bliley. Big hit along the benches. Sent back in. Melamed back to retrieve. Melamed gains center. Sends that in. It's about as far as it gets. As both these teams taking extra shots after the hit. We've seen a lot of those penalties called from the retaliation as the arm goes up once again, as we're going to have another call as the Wolfpack are going back to the power play, and some fighting going on in the middle of the ice as well. Coleman getting into it. But the Wolfpack going to the power play. So with 7:30 to play, Joshua Caron, who's been all over the score sheet in every statistical category, finds himself in the box for 2 or less. So for the Wolfpack, if they're going to want to get back into this game, you have to believe it starts now. Need to get one in this power play. This will be their 7th and 8th penalty minute of the period. They can get something going here. If not, a possible 2-on-1 break the other way, shorthanded. Puck, however, gets lost in some bodies and is turned around. Puck worked around. Chase Skopliak on it. He loses the puck through some skates, and it's Forget on it. Forget, sharp angle shot right into the glove of Huston, who holds that on. Is Dylan Forget with a good penalty kill shift for the Admirals. It's been all Admirals. A team that plays physical couldn't get rewarded with goals in the first 2 games. Now, finding their stride. However, in a tournament like this where you only have the 3 games, will it be too little too late to get them into the semifinal matchup this evening? As for Northeast, if they can't get to within 1, they'll be guaranteed to play in the 5th place Gold Division game. The power play starts up ice. 45 remains. Seen in many games and tournaments like these, once the first one goes in, it's the old saying, let the floodgates open. So for the Wolfpack, just get one in and go from there. Northeast Wolfpack playing out of Saskatchewan, working in, sending it into the middle, but an errant pass goes through many sticks and down the ice. Kirkland to retrieve. Back in and giving chase will be Taylor Coleman on Aves, the latest goal scorer for the York Admirals. And we're back to 5-on-5 even strength. Caron out of the box. Into the middle, and Coleman almost had a break. Nixon Coleman on it, and that goes all the way down for an icing call. Nixon Coleman having some words with Nathan Young, as that's been one of the themes of this game, is right from the opening get-go, these teams have not been friendly with each other. Gwynn, touch pass. He's already got a hat trick in this one. The captain leading by example. Working in. Coleman now. Coleman tries to get that to the front of the net. He gets taken out. Battle in the corner. Tough to see from our vantage point. Puck now works to the far side. Forget just swats at it. Forget on it now. He makes his way to center. Forget works one-on-one. Goes around his man. Forget cuts that backhand pass. Scores! Owen Stone finishes off the great play from Dylan Forget. And it's 7-0 Admirals. And this game has gotten right away from the Northeast Wolfpack with 4.5 to play in the second. They're down by a touchdown. Forget on it. Sends that in the middle. And behind the play, another Admirals player that's young went off in a heaping bit of pain as Gwynn with another shot saved by Huston. He's looking for his 4th. And with no love lost between the two teams, you can bet the Admirals, and especially when the goal differential matters, will keep putting on the pressure. And that faceoff's going to come all the way back. So things are starting to get interesting here in the gold division. You got Upper York, who, barring anything miraculous out of the Wolfpack, will pick up 5 points in this one and be 1 point ahead of CRAA Gold for first in the gold division. And with 7 goals so far, things could get tight in the gold division. You'll have to wait till this afternoon to see how this all plays out. But for the Admirals, they couldn't ask for a better game to give themselves at least a bit of a chance here as the puck gets covered up by Huston. The Wolfpack just looking for any answers. They've yet to find it. Ramo, he's got Conception with him now, who's got the puck. Conception tries to make a move, still with it. Down low, goes around. Caron on it. Caron, down low for Conception. Conception around the net, back for Caron, who gets another. Joshua Caron makes it 8-0 for the Admirals. You see the celebrations winding down a little bit as the Admirals adding insult to injury. And for the Admirals, just keep putting the puck in the net. They could find themselves in that semifinal game this evening. Ramo on it. Oh, and an errant pass is taken away. Another backhand to the front. Almost made it 9-0. Conception. And the Wolfpack just have no answers. They look flat-footed in their own zone. Finally turned around and sent all the way down. Won't be an icing. 2 Wolfpack players give chase. Puck works around Melenchenko. Can't keep it in. Is that shot? Didn't miss by much from outside of the blue line. 2 minutes to play in the second. 8-0. Yes, that's correct. You're seeing that. Right, it's 8-0 for Upper York. Face-off coming back into the Upper York zone. Face-off, Melenchenko. A's behind the net. He's got one in this game. The far side boards. Who's going to come away with it? It's Gwynn. Gwynn now over the line. Gwynn already with a hat trick in this one, just leaves it behind the net. A's now on it at the point. Gets it across to his partner. That's Melamed back for Aves. Aves almost had Owen Stone, who's one away from a hat trick. And a shot, rebound, scores! Owen Stone picks up the hat trick. First shot went off the post. Second was right there. And once again, not much of a celebration as Owen Stone makes this 9-0 for the Admirals. Two goals in 2 games for the Admirals. They put up 9 this morning. do my best in the intermission to do some math to see if it is possible for the Admirals to get into that semifinal game. As puck comes to the net, pushed aside. Puck gets to the line, and you just see the legs of Northeast. It's been all Admirals in the second. Sometimes the score isn't very indicative of how the game's going, but in this case, very much so. In the second period, the Admirals have put on all the pressure, and the Wolfpack are deflated. Half a minute to go here in the second. Schmidt now gets it in. Coleman with it now. Taylor Coleman takes a shot. That goes off the blocker high. Martin gets that in the middle. It's sent down the ice. Just a few seconds to go in the second, and that'll do it for the second period. The Upper York Admirals have a 9-0 lead on the Northeast Wolfpack. Well, folks, in about 15 minutes' time, we'll have the remaining 20 of this one. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the 2025 Western Canada Showdown on HN Live.
Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh! No. Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores.
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video editing, and social media support to help grow your brand. Join the fastest-growing sports streaming company in North America, HN Live Plus. Call today and showcase your content. Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh!
No.
Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores.
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video editing, and social media support to help grow your brand. Join the fastest growing sports streaming company in North America, HN Live Plus. Call today and showcase your content.
Welcome back inside the Max Bell Center for the conclusion of this 2025 Western Canada Showdown game between the Northeast Wolfpack and Upper York Admirals. And yeah, you're seeing that score correctly, 9-0 for the Admirals. As we start this third period, the only difference, we have now gone to run time on the clock. Just ride this one out as that puck goes into the netting. Oh, and they've stopped the clock in-house here. I don't know if the scorer's bench got the memo, but I believe it's supposed to be run time. Well, I guess we're getting some whistles and some stops on the clock. I mentioned in the second period, I wasn't quite sure how the math worked and if with this big lead, the amount of goals scored, if Upper York could get to that semifinal game tonight. However, they cannot, due to Martinsville and CRAA will play each other this afternoon, meaning They will both pick up points regardless of the finish in that one. So Upper York will not be able to finish first in their division. And for the Wolfpack, if they don't pick up a goal, if this game does remain scoreless on the part of the Wolfpack, they will lock in 5th place. If they do happen to pick up a goal, or a few goals, the goal differential may help them to get out of 5th place, but nonetheless, it will be a disappointing finish and a consolation game for the Wolfpack in the bottom of the pack of the gold division. And out comes Conception. As he breaks out, Ramo. On it now, cutting to the net. Rebounds there for the taking. Aves fires it in. Caron behind the net. The goalie gives him a shove. Conception behind the net, cuts out. Almost had the 10th of the game for Upper York. Coleman can't chip that past the defender. That's kept in by Caron. Caron now. And that's passed over to Aves. Couldn't get enough wood on that to get that to the net. Caron into the middle, and another shot by Ramo. That's pushed aside by Huston. As the puck continues to stay in the Wolfpack zone. That's where it's been the majority of the last period and a half. The Wolfpack had some momentum early in the game. The first few minutes they were flying. But for the most part, it's been all Admirals since. So we get a whistle. Next game on this ice surface will be the North Zone Kings taking on the CAC Canadians out of Edmonton. 2 Black Division opponents. And there is semifinal implications in that game. Behind the net now. Brought out, Lewis. He's going to take a shot and miss wide. Comes around. Melamed. Another shot. Goes wide. Lewis just keeps it in. Takes a hit at the line. Keeps it in. Martin behind the net. And the Wolfpack off to just get that. That gets to the line just out. Sent back and meets the stick. The Wolfpack player who settles the puck down. Pass in the middle for no one. Holland was the first one on it. Mazurek touches that and it goes in. Not enough for icing. Lewis back to retrieve for the Admirals. Lewis behind the net will look for the outlet pass. We'll circle back. Get it ahead. Long pass up for Stone. He's got a hat trick in this one. Stone works in a backhand high above the net. We'll see if the Wolfpack can at least get something on the board here in the final frame as the captain Gwynn sends that across. Forget touches that up. Stone now, there's 6 goals on the ice right now from the forward group of the Admirals. Kirkland gets the puck stolen from him. Gwynn works in, has a step. Gwynn cuts to the net, backhand pass in the middle. Still on Gwynn's stick. Just in for Orchard. Orchard takes a shot. He'll collect his own rebound. Orchard spinning down low. Orchard pushes it, and we'll just get coverage up the side of the net. Just over 15 to play in this final frame in a game that's all but over. Clock not starting in the arena here. The clock still reads 15-13 and is not moving. So we're getting some free hockey in a game that probably doesn't need any more hockey. As that's about 30 seconds played now without the clock moving. No one seems to be aware. And it's still at that. I am, for one, shocked. No one seemed to notice that the clock is not moving. It's been better part of a minute now. It's the Wolfpack. Bring it out. Sends out in front. And finally, they get it going. So about a minute and a half of playtime with the clock not moving. Wolfpack behind the net. Their first look at sustained ozone time. Doesn't last very long as it's poked out now. Orchard tries to step around his man. That hits the skate of Bear. And Caron touches up, and that'll be offside at the line. Caron into the middle. Ramo turns, fires, misses the net. Young on it. Here's Conception. Works it across. Aves takes the shot, blockered. Down low, Ramo. Works to the front net. Caron, just a backhand, and that's going to be covered up to get another stoppage of play. As we wind down in the third period, thank you for tuning in to the 2025 Western Canada Showdown on HN Live. Every game, every moment, every goal, and almost a 10th there. And that's sent down for icing. Faceoff will come back into the Wolfpack zone. Conception to take the draw for the Admirals. And away come the Wolfpack just briefly. Young back to get the puck. He'll stop up behind his net with two Wolfpack players giving chase. It's now Conception, the assistant captain, on it. Works past center. Gets over the blue line. Takes it down low. That puck makes its way around. Into the slot. Loose puck. Dennis keeps it alive. With speed, Skopliak. He's been relatively quiet in this one, as has the rest of this Wolfpack squad. Here's Aves now on it. Has one of the 9 for the Admirals. He turns and gets it to Young. Young. Martin wanted it and Martin got it. He's got the puck. It's in a flurry of skates and is taken away by Bliley. Bliley will give chase with a head of steam. He's in a battle in the corner. And a shot on net. And that's the first action Billy McMillan's seen in a while. Another shot blocked and a broken stick. That's Owen Stone with the hat trick. And that stick is no longer. They had a couple goals in them. Possible break, and a sharp angle shot is just covered up by Kane Huston, who came in relief of John Gall in the second period. But I don't think it mattered who was in net for this game. You could have had Igor Shesterkin back there, and the Admirals may have found a way to get one past them, as their offense has been potent all game long. "12 minutes to play. Puck gets the line, not out. And there's a shot by Forget, looking to get on the score sheet. Orchard down to Forget, into the middle. Orchard, another shot through traffic, didn't miss by much. As they continue to just work the puck around, it's shooting practice for the Admirals. Weber gets it down low, into the middle. Gwynn's on it. Backhands that back down for Stone. Stone's got Forget, takes a one-time shot. It's just covered up, he takes a hit. Upper York 5-2-1 in the YSMHL. They're fourth in their division. It's a pretty good record for sitting in fourth. Very tough division that they find themselves in. Making the trek all the way to Calgary for this tournament. Always nice to see teams from other markets, and not just the Sask or Alberta, BC teams, but getting teams from the States, other provinces, travel out here for the Western Canada Showdown. It's always interesting to see how teams match up, as an Ontario brand of hockey can somewhat be seen as maybe different from the Western style of hockey we're accustomed to in Alberta and Saskatchewan. And out comes the Wolfpack. Taking a shot, rebounds there. Oh, and Coleman unable to get the first on the board for the Wolfpack with the best opportunity of the night. Out to play it is Huston. He plays that around the Wolfpack. Maybe try to build off that last rush, get something going, but it is turned back the other way. Martin loses it. Wolfpack our way. Coleman on it, overskates the puck. He'll just send that right to the stick of an Admiral. Heads down the ice, Martin on it. We haven't seen as many whistles in this game, or in this period rather, as I think both teams and officials probably want to wrap this one up, as they both will have another game as a backhand into the net there. Both teams have one more game in the tournament that will come tomorrow, just a matter of what time they'll be playing at. For the Wolfpack, it's looking as if they'll play the early morning game, as there's a penalty called, as the tackle down in the corner. You could have called a number of plays on that, but it'll be hooking. So going off to the box. Hale Dennis. So the Admirals, not like they need it, but they'll go back to the power play, trying to get into double digits. Markwart almost had a shorthanded break for the Wolfpack. And if you're the Wolfpack, coming into this period down nothing, you'll just take even winning this period. Try to get a bit of momentum going into your final game tomorrow morning before the long drive back to Melfort, Saskatchewan. Not too far from my hometown, Regina. Speaking of Regina, the Regina Capitals, the first team to earn their place into the semifinal this evening with a 7-6 win here this morning. One of the top teams in the seeding round as they picked up 14 out of a possible 15 points. Minute left in the power play. It's Avs on it. Puck gets sent down the zone. Young will go back to get it. Full new penalty killing group coming out for the Wolfpack. Just stopping behind the net and taking over is Gwynn. Gwynn with 3 in the game with a head of steam. Cuts across the blue line. Gwynn, sharp angle shot, and he's got another. Tyler Gwynn makes it 10 for the Admirals. A sharp angle happened to catch Huston off guard. And how about 4 goals for Tyler Gwynn this morning? And here's Forget. Poking ahead. There's no quit from this Admirals team as they're still. Oh, Gwynn almost picking up a 5th. Nothing for a team that had 2 goals on the tournament coming into today. Caron at the point, shoots it off his own man. Lewis just sends that in behind the net. Pass to no man's land. Markwart will be the first one to it, but it is kept in. Yamo stops up. Here's Yamo. Patrick Ramo. Caron, nice moves. Still has the puck. He's looking for Ramo, can't get it to him. Here's, once again, Caron. Battling for it. And there's another penalty coming as the Wolfpack are going back to the box. Ever a mercy rule to come into effect, this would be the game in which it would be implemented, I feel. So the Admirals looking for that all-important 11th goal. Weber at the line. Orchard back for Weber. Their power play gets a little bit of practice as they get some new personnel out, not their A group. It's in the corner, it's taken away, getting to the line and out. McMillan has not been tested a whole lot in the last 2 periods. Long pass, wow. Just off of Martin and goes in, that stung a little bit. This power play continues to go to work. Pullen gets it across. Orchard takes a shot. And that's saved. Puck works out to center ice. And sent all the way down. Power play can't get out of the zone here. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Forget works in. He takes a high hit. Gets up looking for a call. I think the refs are eager to let this one play out. Hard to believe that for 10 minutes in the first period, this game was 0-0. Tyler Gwynn opened the scoring, and it's been Admirals ever since. It was 3-0 after 1, 9-0 after 2, 10-0 where we stand now. Gwynn looking for his 5th. He gets it over to Aves. Down to the corner, a shot, rebounds there. Here's a cross. Aves, the one-timer, fans on it, another shot. And that's steered wide. Gwynn down for Forget. He'll leave it around. Gets up to Young. Sends it back into the corner. And the Wolfpack will take it away, 5-on-5 now. Sent all the way down for icing with 4 and change remaining. Taking a look at the penalty summary. In that second period, Zachary Samard, 2 for unsportsmanlike, 2 for roughing, 3 10-minute misconducts, and a game misconduct. Here comes the Wolfpack. Mark Ward takes a shot. Billy McMillan saves it up, and we're going to get a face-off down in the Admiral zone, which are a little bit few and far between in this game. Puck gets to the line. Paulin keeps it in. He'll send it down low. Looking for a pass in the middle. That goes off a stick. 3 Wolfpack players down there looking to get any sort of offense here. If you're the Wolfpack, a win for them right now would just even be getting 1 goal, as the old Marc-Andre Fleury play. Puck's loose, no goaltender in the net. As Huston came out of his net there to try to make a play. Bliley takes a hit. He gives it right back. And he gives a punch right to Melamed. Down in the corner now, 3 minutes remaining. Oh, and a pass in the middle, Ramo. Rams that off a stick. And out of play. 2:54 remaining in this one. And at this point, refs just hoping to get out of this game without any extracurricular activities between these two squads, who I mentioned about the no love lost. There's been skirmishes after almost every whistle. It's worked ahead. Weber keeps that down low. Now in the corner and just killing time. Getting to the line, not out. Concession. Over for Ramo, back to Concession. Weber with a nice move at the line to keep it in. Markwart on it. Back on the stick of an Admiral. 2 minutes to play in the third period, and a 10-0 blowout for the Admirals as Caron heavily takes his man a few bumps, and that'll draw more whistles, and there'll be a few going to the box, I would imagine, out of this. Joshua Caron, Zach Kirkland, both heading to the box. And I can understand the frustration a little bit on the part of the Wolfpack. It's 2 minutes left in a blowout game, and when you take a hard hit in this type of game, you're wanting the other team to let up just a little bit. In what has been, other than the scoreboard, a hard-fought game physically on both sides. Aves on it, gets it up to Martin off his skate and into the zone. Sending it all the way in, Chase Skopliak. And out away come the Admirals. Pullen works ahead, steps to the net, goes around. Wanted the wraparound, just lost the puck. Mazurek just ahead to Young. 1 minute remaining. Mazurek just back to his D partner. Aves up for Gwynn. Puck's loose in the neutral zone. Mazurek sends that in and Coleman is on it. Taylor Coleman has been stifled in this one. Much has the rest of the Wolfpack. Ramo. And he spins to avoid the check. Forget on it. Forget works to the front of net for Ramo. There's another shot. Just misses wide. At the line, Melamad keeps it in. That puck gets sent down the ice. We'll just about do it here. 15 seconds remaining. And it's just flipped down. And out the final 10 seconds. One last skate. It's Paulin sending that towards the goalie. McMillan stops that, and that will do it here from the Perry Cavanaugh Arena. The Upper York Admirals with authority take down the Northeast Wolfpack 10-0. And for the moment, sit in first place in the gold division. However, obviously with games this afternoon, that will not last, but they are there for the moment. For the Northeast Wolfpack, they will finish in 5th place in the gold division. And that means they'll be playing on this ice surface at 8:15 tomorrow morning. So on the bright side for them, we'll get an earlier start to the bus ride home. We'll get the handshakes. And then the player of the game, which for the Admirals, there's a number of players you could give it to. 2 players with hat tricks, Tyler Gwynn with 4, Owen Stone with 3. Could go to either. That's not the game that the Northeast Wolfpack had envisioned. Probably not for the Admirals either. Joshua Caron, a strong game, could be in consideration for Upper York. Was involved physically. Some really nice assists in the first period. Under the next game on this ice surface will be the North Zone Kings taking on the CAC Canadians out of Edmonton. John Gall picking up player of the game for the Wolfpack. Only had half of a game, as both netminders did happen to get into this one. Nathan Aves getting the player of the game. Strong defensively, had a goal, a nice rush goal. The assistant captain picks up the player of the game for the Admirals. Well, that will do it from us here at the Perry Cavanaugh Arena at the Max Bell Center. I've been Max Ladmer. Thank you for tuning in to the 2025 Western Canadian Showdown on HN Live.